shareholder Mick Foley or the crazy and the unpredictable Cactus Jack? And should Sting retain his world championship, the balance of power will remain with the main event mafia. But a title win by Mick Foley might turn TNA completely upside down. If Foley wins tonight, who's going to be able to control the hardcore legend?
This is one of those matchups that I believe so many people are conflicted on who they want to win. These are two people that everybody has respected and loved for so long. All I know is the anticipation level off the charts.
And here comes the challenger. He doesn't look anything like an executive shareholder to me. That's not Mick Foley. That's Cactus Jack with a barbed wire bat.
He is a three-time world heavyweight champion, the first ever hardcore champion, and an unstable character known for occasional psychotic outbursts, as well as his insatiable taste for blood. He is Mick Foley, and tonight he is poised to seize TNA gold when he unleashes his psychotic rage inside the six sides of steel cage.
Crowd reactions for challenger and champion, very intriguing as well. The long history of both Mick Foley and Sting in Philadelphia. And as I look around the Lacora Center here at Temple University, I see many people cheering. The executive shareholder, that's not Mick Foley, though. That's Cactus Jack with that barbed wire bat.
Well, the video wall may have said Mick Foley, but it's Cactus Jack in the house, wanted dead or alive on his chest. You see the leopard skin on his feet, barbed wire bat in his hand, and if you're the icon Sting, this has got to really, really bother you a little bit because you just don't know what it is you have. But one thing about Sting, he always finds a way to survive.
Does he always find a way to survive? He's going to have to tonight against Mick Foley. As we mentioned earlier, this may be more than just about a win or a loss.
A legend, an icon, a 12-time world heavyweight champion. He is the man simply known as Sting. He stands 6'2" and weighs 250 pounds. He won the gold in October and has successfully defended the heavyweight title ever since, the longest championship reign of his illustrious career. And tonight, he plans to add to that legacy.
To the crowd reaction, whether it be Mick Foley / Cactus Jack or Sting.
Doesn't matter where this man goes. This guy is just so loved by every wrestling fan across the world, and he means so much to them. And I'll tell you, I myself, and you and I have talked about this, I'm conflicted. You know how I feel about the main event mafia, these legends that we've watched through the years, and what I think they mean to professional wrestling, and I'm biased towards them, I admit. But I look at Cactus Jack, a.k.a. Mick Foley, in there, and I wonder the havoc that he can cause Jeff Jarrett. I'm just going to enjoy this match, Mike.
On that note, let's send it inside the six sides of steel. Our broadcast colleague, Jeremy Borash, has the official introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, with the winner to be determined by pinfall, submission, or escape from the cage, and is for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now, live from Philadelphia, it's time for your TNA Lockdown main event of the evening. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my left. He weighed in this morning at 280 pounds and comes to us from Long Island, New York. Tonight, he attempts to become a four-time heavyweight champion of the world. He is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, standing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 250 pounds and comes to us from Venice Beach, California. Since October 23rd, 2008, he is the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, the Icon, Sting. Electric atmosphere here in Philadelphia. Mick Foley to challenge Sting for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and while that World Heavyweight title belt is at stake, there's so much more that goes along with it. Referee Earl Hebner, the third man in the cage.
Well, right now, Earl Hebner's going to have to deal with a situation here as Cactus Jack's holding that barbed wire bat inside the ring, and I think Hebner's telling him he needs to take it out, and look at that. He handed it to him so that he can't use that as an excuse for the victory, but what it was it proved its point. It was the visual. Sting saw it. Sting got worried about what might happen with it, Mike.
In terms of the main event Mafia, how important is this match going forward? Sting, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, JB gave you the statistics. The title belt that's been in his possession and the possession of the main event Mafia, the power, the control that goes along with the goal.
I've been trying to think about the history of TNA, and I believe Sting may have held this title now as long or almost as long as anybody in the history of this company. Think about that. He has held this thing since Bound for Glory. Is that right? Of last year?
Since October, and going forward in terms of the main event Mafia, you know how much they love to flaunt that power and control and everything that goes with that TNA World Heavyweight title, and you see the totally unpredictable Mick Foley repeatedly punching himself in the top of the head. The wound that was opened up, and much like we saw this past Thursday on Impact, Foley has reopened that wound and goes right on the offensive against Sting, and then puts the boot right into the top of Sting's head.
I mean, if you're Sting, you just, how do you deal with somebody this unpredictable? How do you deal with this, somebody with this many personalities? How do you deal with a guy that is not afraid to do the damage to his own face? And I'll tell you what, it's got to get to your psyche. It's just got to get inside your brain, and just Sting's going to have to figure out a way to just ignore what he's seeing, Mike.
As the blood streams down the face of Foley at his own beating, and here comes